Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up, doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So it's Monday. I want to get this out to you. Something I've been listening to over and over and over again. I'll gravitate towards one of these videos I'll listen to as I walk my dogs, do my chores, wash cars, whatever. And I just like what I hear, so I'll just replay it and just run it until I find something else that captures my attention. So something that captured my attention that I really want to share with you guys that I feel everyone can get a benefit from is be fuel, not mud. All right, be fuel, not mud. So I'm listening to this Joe Rogan again. It just depends what I'm listening to. Just depends on the day, I guess. You know, I'll wake up and then I'll just get these other videos that'll just pop up on my YouTube feed that are recommended or suggested. So if I'm listening to something and I don't replay it, a new video will pop up, and that's kind of what happened with this one. I just kind of stumbled across it. So if you want to check it out, the title is "Listen to This Every Day," episode 17, Joe Rogan Motivational Speech 2018. And the channel is Sean Miller Motivation. Okay, so that's the channel, and then the title is "Listen to This Every Day." So, you know, I've been listening to it like literally every day, all day. And so, what he's talking about in this episode about be fuel, not mud, is he's talking about people, how people are fuel, okay, or they can be the opposite of fuel. And so, obviously, you know, depending on who you are or what your surroundings are, you know, maybe you're around a lot of people like I am. I'm surrounded by people all week. Or maybe you're just kind of have a job or whatever. You're kind of secluded and you're not around a lot of people. So it just depends. But someone in a position like me, it's why over time I've become really protective over my space. Okay. Meaning I will allow, like jiu-jitsu wise or my life or whatever, if I don't like something or a certain someone and their attitude or their work ethic or lack of or whatever, and it's not kind of fitting to what I want, I'll just have to eventually get rid of it. Okay. And I've learned over time, for me, at least for me, that's the best thing for me because it's my life. It's my surrounding, it's my business, it's my whatever. And in order for me to achieve true happiness, I need to keep fuel around me, okay? Good people, and get the mud, all right? The people that don't bring any fuel, just drag you down, so to speak, away from me. And so that's exactly when I hear these videos, that's why I captured my attention, because that's the way I think, okay? This is the way I think. And it's super important that you are very protective over your space, all right? So what he's talking about, again, is people are fuel. You get energy from people, and that is just the truth. Like if you have someone that's just, you know, good energy, you know, good attitude, work ethic's good, you know, always, I mean, it's really hard to be like positive all the time because no one's life is perfect, you know, but when they're around you, it's never sad stories. It's upbeat, motivational. It's what they do in their life or how they go about their life can inspire you. It brings energy. It brings fuel to you. It makes you want to move because they're moving. You know, it just moves you. All right. And what I like what he said about this, people can either be the wind against your back, like pushing you towards something, or they can be like the wind in your face, okay? I run a lot, okay? I did 3 miles this morning. It was a beautiful morning. Some days, it's windy. And when the wind is against your back, man, you're flying. I mean, but when you got to come back against that wind, especially like if you got to go uphill and it's windy, it's a little tough. You know, you got to kind of grind it out and pick up push a little harder because the wind is in your face. You have resistance, okay? And that's what he's talking about. People, they can either energize you, push you, inspire you, motivate you, get you going, or they can hold you down. Like what he was referring to as mud is he's like, you know, it's like people can be like, where your like ankles are like deep in mud and you're just kind of trudging through life. Like you're just, every step is just so hard to go forward because the people around you are just those people that will just, again, the wind against you, wind in your face, just holding you back, just stopping you from doing things because they're always whining, they're always moaning. It's never their fault. You know, it's always something with them, no matter what. They're never happy. You know, life isn't fair. I mean, just and the list goes on. Why me? Why can't I have the things that I want? And all this stuff. It's never good energy. It's just bad energy. And when you go around them, or they're around you, you can't feed off of that. If anything, it brings you down. It makes you start thinking probably about like your problems, okay? Versus the other thing, when you got those good people, energetic people, inspiring, motivational people around you, you'll forget about those problems because you're like, man, yeah, I might have problems, but look at this individual here getting after it. Look at their work ethic. Look at the way they just drive, and they're just driven to just go to new places and do things. And I'm not talking about like new places like around the world or something. I mean, it could be that, but I'm talking about like just moving forward in life, like accomplishments. Okay, making things happen, achieving things. You know, it makes you feel good when you achieve things. There's no doubt about that. And when you're not achieving things, it's not a good feeling. You feel like you're losing. You feel like you're falling behind. You know, you feel like you're just losing. Okay, and you are, because depending on who you're around, all right, your surroundings, you're either around fuel or you're just deep in your ankles in mud. Okay, meaning the people around you, they're holding you back. So I know, and what also I got it written in my notes here, but he's talking about like your tribe, protecting your tribe. And he also says, do your part in your tribe, okay? And so that's what I try to remind my students all the time. Like when we come in and train, like that's my tribe, that's my team, okay? That's a room of like 30, 40, sometimes 50 people of either fuel or mud, okay? And anyone that's like a symbol of mud, like I'll say things and try to do things to like get them to leave because they're just not a good fit for the atmosphere, for the tribe. Now, I push, absolutely I push, okay? I want growth. I want to move forward. I want people to, I want their lives to be better. If they come in contact with me, their life should change for the better after they meet me or my academy and the students in my academy because of the atmosphere that we provide, which is fuel, a bunch of fuel, not a bunch of people that come in and want to share sad stories and not do anything but talk, okay? So it's super important if you really want to achieve things and feel good and move forward in life to make sure that you have fuel, the wind against your back, okay? The good people around you versus the mud, all right? It just, my attitude changes right away. Like as soon as I feel the sad stories are coming and the work ethic isn't there and you just want to sit there and just have a pity party, it's time to go. You know, that's just the way my mind is triggered. It's either going to trigger one way or the other. It's going to be, hey, I want to be around you. Hey, I want to hang out more. I want to be more around this because the way you do things or the way you think is pushing me in the right direction. Or like instantly could be like, yeah, man, this conversation needs to just end as quickly as possible because this is not going anywhere productive. If anything, it'll probably bring me down and then I'm not moving forward anymore. Okay, so when I hear this kind of stuff, okay, because people will say things about me, which in the very beginning, honestly, would like kind of bother me because you know you want people to like you, okay, you want people to want to be around you. But when I talk the way I talk, and the attitude that I have and the mindset that I have, it will push people away because they don't have that mindset. They don't want to move. They don't want to be inspired. They don't want to motivate other people. They want excuses, and they don't want to do anything. So that mindset with my mindset will clash, okay? And so that's fine, because I know now with the way I am and the way I think that I need to be more protective over my space, my mat area. Everything around me needs to be fuel and not mud. So anything that represents mud, all right, it's got to go, all right? And since I've decided to do that, things around me just really enhance. It's sad to see, it sucks to see people leave, okay? But it is what it is. If they're not contributing to the atmosphere, to the grind, to the work ethic, they're not fuel for me or my team or my friends or family members, for that matter. It's just anything around me. Is no longer sad stories if they're no longer there. They don't belong there. It's not a place that fits. Somewhere else where there's sad stories, and that's welcome to have sad stories, and no production is a better fit for them. So just thought something, for those out there. Not everyone will grab a hold of this message, but for those that do, it's very important that you're very protective over your space and what goes on inside your mind, okay, and the people that you have around you. They can either fuel you to motivate you and get you moving, or they can completely hold you back and be that wind in your face and just be like you said, ankles deep in mud, and you can barely move. That's not what we want. Life is short, and we don't have a lot of time. So it's very important that you are protective over your space and make sure that you're around fuel, or in making sure that you're the fuel, okay? Like he says right here in my notes, do your part to be the fuel in your tribe, and you have an obligation to push people and motivate people and get people moving in the right direction because you're doing your part, okay? So just doing that alone would just kind of fire that up and keep the fire going, versus just completely putting the fire out and now you got to start all over again wherever, you know what I mean? So again, when I hear stuff like this, I know that my mindset is in the right direction. And before, I was allowing people that just didn't really have any kind of drive, goals, motivation, work ethic to kind of, affect the way I think. And now when I have the way I have it now and what I'm listening to now, the things that I read, that stuff just doesn't happen anymore. Again, don't want to see people leave, but it's just not one of those, it's just one of those things where it's just for the better, because I'm trying to go somewhere with myself, with my family and my team and my business. And if anything is coming in the way of that, then it just needs to go so that I can be happy and you should be happy too. So be fuel, don't be mud, do your part in your tribe today, and making sure that, you're bringing that heat, that fire, that's why you see everything like on my, if you're, obviously you're on this video, you see anything that I post, it's always flame emojis or gold medals. Okay. It's never crying emojis. It's never like sad face. It's just fire all the time. That's the way I'm trying to go, because it's not always like that for me. It's just, that's where I'm trying to go. Okay. Always trying to stay lit. All right. Stay lit. We'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.